One family, one people, one planet, one love. One family, one people, one planet, one love. One family.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to SoulCall Sunday. My name is Lisa Ferrero, and we welcome you wherever you are on the planet, especially if you're right in the house today. There's a lot going on. Yeah, we are coming to you live from the Dempsey event venue in Delaware, Ohio. And as you can see, I would never make a good weather person because I always turn the wrong way. But right here, you can see some of the art from an amazing artist, Yanni, who was here for the first art opening we had February 23rd. And this afternoon, we're having our first jazz brunch. Yours truly with the Tony Haygood duo will be here singing from 11:30 as the brunch starts, and we'll sing from 12:30 to about 1:45. Very civilized. We still have about 5 seats left. If you're interested, sign up and join us here, 123 Heights Road. And as people are eating and walking around, they're going to be looking at some of the art that is still on display here from the art show and will be on display until the middle of next week. So it's very exciting times for SoulCall as we grow into what the vision of SoulCall truly is, which is contemplation, meditation, all that kind of stuff, art, creativity, and the joy of how we celebrate the soul. So we thank you for joining us. I see people are still driving in. That's exciting. We know about that. You leave the gates open here, people just start showing up. If you open them, they will come. So this morning, I'm so happy that Reverend Christie Hardwick will be joining us remotely, offering the talk this morning. And we'll have some music from Lisa and Erika and the wonderful Amy Steinberg singing a song called Exactly Afterward. But this morning, as we start all SoulCall Sundays, let's just take a moment to ground ourselves, get ourselves prepared to just be present with this moment right now. So however you get comfortable to be able to be in that moment, sometimes it's a meditation posture where you've got your feet flat on the floor, palms turned upward at the juncture of the thighs and abdomen, chin parallel to the ground, opening up that meridian pathway in the back, the medulla oblongata at the base of the brain and the tip of the spine, the mouth of God. And just gently lifting the gaze to the point between the eyebrows and following the breath. Following the breath, just allowing the body to breathe as it will. Just inhale. And when it's ready to exhale, just let it exhale. Inhale and exhale, letting go of all that has come before. And as you breathe, you might imagine a stream of light filling your lungs with light. On the exhale, filling the universe, that sacred reciprocity, trusting the breath that is there. Recognizing that, oh, infinite divine beloved, thou and I are one. Thou and I never apart. Rumi would say it as, listen, O drop, in the arms of the sea, be secure. Who would be so fortunate? The ocean wooing a drop. Sell at once this little drop and receive the ocean of infinity and infinite love, which is indeed yours. Just allow this beautiful song, Listen, O Drop, inspired by the poetry of Rumi, sung by Lisa and Erika. Just allow it to wash over you with beauty.
Listen, listen, oh drop. Listen, listen, oh drop. Listen, 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 oh drop. Listen, 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 oh drop. In the arms of the sea, be secure. In the arms of the sea, be secure. Listen, 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 oh drop. Listen, listen, oh drop. Listen, 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 oh drop. Listen, listen, oh drop. In the arms of the sea, be secure. In the arms of the sea, be secure. Have you ever seen an ocean wooing a drop, wooing a drop? Have you ever seen an ocean wooing a drop, wooing a drop? Have you ever seen an ocean wooing a drop, wooing a drop? Have you ever seen an ocean wooing a drop, wooing a drop? Listen, listen, oh drop. Listen, 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 oh drop. Listen, listen, oh drop. Listen, listen, oh drop. Have you ever seen an ocean wooing a drop, wooing a drop? Have you ever seen an ocean wooing a drop, wooing a drop? Have you ever seen an ocean wooing a drop, wooing a drop? Have you ever seen an ocean wooing a drop, wooing a drop? Listen, 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 oh drop. Listen, 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 oh drop. Listen, listen, oh drop. Listen, listen, oh drop. Listen, listen, oh drop.
O infinite divine beloved, may thy sacred presence permeate every cell of my being. May my heart smile through my eyes. May every cell of my body, the trillions of brilliant light, communicate with ease and flow. bringing peace, bringing stillness to every part of my body. Open wide the bud of our devotion, which alone leads to thy blessed presence. May all we say, may all we do be in humble service to the one love, the one light, which lights my speech, lights my breath, lights the souls of us all. Om Shanti, peace, and so be it. Once again, welcome back. If you're just joining us, hello, Dominica from North Carolina. Let us know where you're tuning in from. That's always fun. And once again, it's the first Sunday of every month. We do SoulCall Sunday, and more people have joined us. Welcome, everybody, from wherever you are. Thank you. It's like golf clap. Golf clap. So, as I mentioned, this morning, we are really pleased to welcome Reverend Christie Hardwick to give us the talk this morning. And it's the first Sunday of Women's Month, which is fun. And if you're a woman, way to go. If you're a guy, way to go. We all got here the same way, right? But we welcome all of the creativity, all of the thoughts, all of the powerful presence. This afternoon, I'll be singing a concert. A lot of the compositions will be from women composers. We're going to try to work some of them in too. So we just celebrate this diversity, this oneness, and its various expressions. And I think that's what SoulCall is mostly about. We celebrate these individualized representations, but it's actually the one. So celebrating the differences, all of the trillions of things we could see in one lifetime or experience, all come from the same source. So for every one of us who's here, there's a path back to the infinite, which is uniquely you. All the things and all the things you do and you say and you breathe in and breathe out, and we share this beautiful planet and the cosmos, in fact. So getting caught up in celebrating little slices here and there is really important. I almost went into a food analogy, as I do, but I'm not going to do that today because I want to get right to the top. So welcome, Reverend Christie Hardwick.
Good morning. I have been thinking about what I wanted to speak with you about this morning for a little while. And I'm happy to be here with you and have that opportunity. Saying hello to everyone who's in the room and everyone watching online. I'm Reverend Christie Hardwick, for anyone who hasn't met me yet. And I'm here to talk about if it's hysterical, it's historical. Now, some of you have heard that term before. And someone mentioned to me that they learned it in various different trainings that they were part of. But it's an important idea. And I heard it first from someone who said to me that, anytime you're seeing yourself really upset about something in the moment that doesn't seem like it's really matching what's happening in the moment, then it's probably something historical that's being triggered. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. I don't know if you've heard the expression, but I like it because it's very, very clear. This idea that our psychology is not just about what's happening in any given moment, it's about the makeup of our history and our history in our own particular life, but also the history and the cosmology of our family, the history of our people, the history of the country, the history of mankind. All of it is part of what we sometimes are responding to in the present moment. What do I mean by that? Probably 10 years ago now, I was in a room with some consultants and I was being considered for a particular project. And there were probably 15 of us, and I had been selected for projects before, but I didn't get selected for this one. And what happened was, I'm standing there with my colleagues, very experienced professional person, and I start to cry. Tears start rolling down my face. And everyone is just not knowing what to do. And they're looking and thinking, oh my gosh, are you okay? Are you okay? And I said, I just am having a really strong reaction to this. And I'm sorry, but this is just how I'm feeling. And then they were effusively saying, oh my goodness, you know how much we think of you. You're wonderful. And feeling like they needed to boost me up because I was reacting to the fact that I wasn't selected for this one project with all of the things I've had the chance to do in my life. So it was out of proportion. So I just stood there for a moment and I got quiet and I closed my eyes for a second and let the tears fall. And you know what I saw? I saw me in 6th grade. I saw me at 12 years old. I had a party down in the basement of my house in Campbell, California. And I had invited all these kids. And I had popcorn. And I had the little record player, the kind that you carry with a little suitcase, and you brought it downstairs and had a record playing. It had some Stevie Wonder on. People were dancing. And I was in the corner, standing by myself. No one would dance with me. No one asked me to dance. I couldn't cry then. I just tucked it away and kept a smile on my face and continued through the party, through the birthday cake, through the presents. And I never shed those tears. And I never dealt with that feeling of rejection. So then here I am in another situation at that point. Now we're talking, 40 years later, having tears. So that feeling was from history. It was historical. Do you ever have something happen now where you have an emotion that seems extreme? Just think about it. Have you ever reacted to something, word, a phrase, that touched something that made your reaction really more hysterical than was really warranted? Of course, we're not necessarily hysterical. I just like the iteration of if it's hysterical, it's historical. It doesn't have to be history, kind of hysteria. But it can be any kind of extreme emotion that we have. I think about, in my book, Radical Self-Tenderness, I tell the story of this wound that I carry from my ancestry and from my experience in life of being wrong and being so afraid of being wrong. And I tell the story of myself as a young person. When I got a minus on my A, I wanted to know what the minus was for, right? That feeling of being wrong. My reaction to that was very, very strong. And it happened a lot. I would feel devastated if I was ever corrected all through my life. Any performance review that wasn't actually 5 stars, it was bad. If I didn't win, I won nothing. I lost completely, even if I was second or first runner up or any of those kind of things. None of those were acceptable. And I reacted really strongly. I once went all the way to the state level in terms of speaking with the Distributed Education Clubs of America. And so I got through my high school, got through my district, got through my city, got through my county, came to the state level, and I was only number 3 out of all the people in the state. And I didn't even go up and get my plaque. I went and laid down in a room, devastated. Where does that come from? It certainly wasn't from that. But what I learned, in my book, I write about this, but I learned that I was actually conceived in a way that was considered wrong. My mother was having an affair with someone who wasn't her husband. So I was in the womb wrong. And I took that imprint. But it's only now, I'm turning 65 next week. It's only now that I recognize that that was historical. So I brought this into so many rooms and so many situations. If I could stay present with what's actually happening with the tools I have today, I could respond to what's happening right now, and I could respond with more fullness. That's what I'm thinking about for all of us. If we stay present with what's happening now and not carry the load from the past, we make more space for what we want to give to the present. Can you imagine when your hands are completely full and you're carrying so much Like I'm carrying this scarf, right? My hands are totally full. What can I give? I don't want to give them my baggage. But if I release it, I have an opportunity to be present with more to give and to share. So that's why we do the work, the spiritual work, the emotional work, the heavy lifting of releasing the past, letting go of those things that wounded us in the past that we're carrying around. And what kind of work do we do? What kind of work do you do? I'm going to take a sip of water. Prayer. It's a kind of work. I try to stay in constant prayer. Prayer in terms of staying aligned with that aspect that knows that I'm made of spirit, that I have access to everything that is spirit, everything that is love. Meditation does the same for me. Maybe you? But there's other kinds of work. Many people are out, doing ayahuasca and psychedelics to see if they can clear some of the trauma from their past and be more present with what's now. There's breath work. I love to do breath work. Just your own breath and the cleansing that it can do for you. It's an amazing thing. We don't have to walk fire, which I've done. We don't have to get on a trampoline and, work out our issues. We don't necessarily have to get on a high wire and work out our issues and all those things I've tried over the years to see if I can release things. But we can also do, work like internal family systems, the parts work, looking at the different parts of us and loving every aspect of how we show up and forgiving and embracing all of who we are and all of who we've been. And Gamma Mate has a compassionate inquiry, asking the questions of the self that's wounded or hurt. Byron Katie has the work, asking the question, is it true? Is it really true? Can you absolutely know it's true? Whatever the thing that you're holding as an idea that might be holding back your presence in the present. So if you find yourself responding in a way that doesn't really match the situation, we don't have to go in and excavate every little thing about what happened in the past, but we can maybe just be curious, fascinated and curious about ourselves and say, this seems a little extreme. Maybe I am reacting to something that happened before and not what's happening right now. And even without being able to name it, even without being able to claim it, you can say, I release whatever obstacles in the way of my channel being fully open to this present moment as love. That's what I try to do now. If something comes up as a memory, like it did in that situation where I mentioned as I saw myself as that sixth grader, then you work with it. If it doesn't come up for you, you just work with the feeling and check in. Is this really about now? Is this really about now? And is now where I'm actually dwelling? Is now where I'm actually dwelling? What can I bring to this moment? With everything that's available to me. I recently had a wonderful experience in South Carolina, Charleston, and I went to a conference. And one of the things that we experienced there was the Gullah Geechee people, who are resilient African American people who were mostly from Sierra Leone in the African continent, and whose culture has been able to survive because of their perseverance from the times of being enslaved to now. And they bring their rhythms and their beautiful clothing and their skills as sweetgrass basket weavers and beautiful textile artists and other type of art and music. And when I saw them and experience them. I remembered the roots of some of the music of the culture that I'm privileged to be part of. And I remembered this song. I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed. The angels in heaven done sign my name. I love that idea of being changed. And we're constantly being changed by our own awareness, by staying present in the moment, by releasing anything that's unnecessary for moving forward as love, in love, through love, right now. Let that be your way. Namaste.
I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am a blessing manifest, and I can't undress the moment. Naked time unwinds beneath my mind, and from within I find the kind of beauty only I can find. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am, surrendering so willingly to be the perfect me inside this now, and truly how else could it be? Destiny, she blesses me. Destiny, she blesses me. And when I try to fight or run, I only wind up back at square one. And when I think I know what's best for me, well, fate, she takes me back to exactly where I need to be. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am, divinely timed and shining brightly. Yes, I believe that there's a purpose just for me. Yes, I believe that we are light and we shine infinitely. Oh, I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am, not aimlessly existing. See, I am in perfect harmony with universal energy, and I am truly free when I accept my own divinity. Yes, the power is within. Look at me closely. Tell me exactly what you see. If you are paying attention, you will now begin ascension of the mind. Why? Well, because if you look at me just right, you see a kiss. It took a kiss to make this breath exist. The intersection of my mother's and father's lips to touch, twist, perfect. What came next to produce me? Yes, look at me and you will see the breeze it took to shake the leaves, to make my mother's hair move. My father dare touch it and say, please, may I have a kiss? Yes, the breeze made me exist. And if you want to get even deeper into this right now, when you look at me, you will see a big old cloud. That's right, the cloud it took to form the storm, to make the breeze, to shake the leaves, to inspire the lip lock as a raindrop will pop up out of these words. You heard me right. Look at me close enough, you'll see a dark, stormy night. And what is night? Well, night ain't night with those polar opposite of sunlight. So if you watch the way my hands sway, you see the light of day. And every day is a testament to the sediment of the earth's core. It's ever spinning enormous force. So when you look at me just right, you see the spark of the source. But the most fascinating thing about this, and it's true, you look at me just right, you see you. It's only what you perceive, how you believe, the space between you and me that creates reality. So when I sing, you can feel it. When I cry, you can heal it. When I speak words, you can be the words I speak by singing them with me. Peace, love, free. 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 And when I try to fight or run, I only wind up back at square one. And when I think I know what's best for me, well, fate, she takes me back. And when I am all alone and full of fear, I just remember the rising sun always appears. And every day miracles miracles that I see. Will you take me back? Yes, you'll take me back. Yes, you'll take me back to exactly where I need to. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am.
Waiting for it. How about it? Let's do it for Christie Hardwick and Amy Snyder. Yeah. If you're joining us for the first time, I'm usually the one doing the talk on Sundays, but we welcome Christie because we're only doing it once a month now. We're going to leave Christie in as often as possible. Maybe we'll actually do some things together. And if you're in the room today, we usually are going to be on that screen, not this little one. But because we've got to change the room over quickly for our jazz brunch, thank you for being patient with that. And I hope you could all hear. But if not, Amy Steinberg, you can find her music. That was quite genius and a lot of words happening there really fast. So we thank you for joining us. And your contributions help keep SoulCall going. It helps to sponsor these amazing events we're doing here and help nourish the planet and different people. We're going to be having a big food drive coming up again, probably towards the end of March or early April. We've given out thousands of pounds of food since we started, and usually 80 to 100 bags of food each time. And so we thank you for your contributions. They stretch a long way, and there are more people struggling in your community than I think you might even realize. Just look to your left, look to your right, and somebody 2 doors down is probably having a challenge that you don't even realize. So we thank you for your contributions. They go a long way. And if you're in the room, I put a little blessed box back there, blessed or blessed, for your contributions, and we say thank you for that. So once again, thank you, Christie Hardwick. Thank you, Amy Steinberg. Thank you for all of you once again who is here. A couple of reminders coming up. Every first Saturday, we have Qigong with Helen Yi here at the Dempsey, 10 to 12. You can register at soulcallglobal.org. You can tune into soulcallglobal.org on the website, but you can also go to SoulCall Global to listen to any of the talks that came before or to re-listen to this one today. And let's see what else we have coming up. Every third Wednesday of the month, we do a meditation kirtan, chanting and meditation here at the Dempsey. It starts at 7 p.m. and daylight savings time is coming around, so it won't be so dark and creepy on the windy roads. So come on out and get into the center of your soul and help us to light the planet. So wherever you are on the planet, we thank you for who you are, your unique expression of the divine. And always remember, no matter what you're going through, you want to say it with me? You are love. Peace and blessings.
One family, one people, one planet, one love.